Okay, good afternoon, ladies. Today we are doing the vertical planning PLC, and it's Friday, March 5th, 2021, and here is your agenda. You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And Ms. Zapata is absent, so I'm gonna leave her paperwork. And team norms, Ms. Pisa, can you please read them?
Number one, be kind. Second, be prepared and actively participate. Third, respect each other. Fourth, model, support, and engage.
Very good, thank you very much. And Ms. Scott, can you please read the 4 critical questions?
If we believe that all students can learn, what do we know? What do we want students to learn? How we will know when students have learned it, and what will we do when we have not learned it? What will they do when they have not learned it? And what will we do when they already know it?
Very good. So this cover all our levels of students, the basic ones, the bubble ones, the GTs. So we should be ready and prepared for every lesson for all these 4 situations. And right now, I promised Miss Gray that we will finish the skills. I know 4th grade already entered the names of the students who are going to be on the tutorials, and we did as well yesterday, but we are missing the skills. They want us to put at least 1 tick for that first week when we come back.
For the students on?
Yes, for each group. The tick that the person who is going to help you and yourself, you're going to be covering.
Okay.
You understood?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, we got this. So, for today, these are our 4 critical questions, and we should keep them always in mind. So we have 1 week when we come back, only 1 week before the benchmark. The benchmark, Miss Brooks, the assistant principal, she pushed them 1 week ahead. So instead of the 30th of March, it's going to be on the 23rd. So we just want to have 5 days to review whatever is necessary for the benchmark. So we should use those readiness standards, the most assessed ones, so we can go to Lead Forward and look for which are those standards that are going to be more assessed, so which are the best bang for our bucket. And then when we finish that benchmark, we will have 6 weeks before start, and that will be our focus review. I should delete 1 week and just keep 5 if we are planning to do those 3 days of testing online, the practice test. And I'm gonna talk more about that because I had a difficult email when I suggested to take the interim test.
Okay.
So STAR Online is not different than the paper test. That's what they said. I disagree with this. But they want us to give that message to the students that it's not different. The subject and passing standards are the same. They do. Includes embedded support that are designed to help all students access the content being tested. Why do I make this note separate from benchmark? Benchmark is from EDUGENS, and the support that benchmark gives is very different than the one that STAR Online gives. And that's why we're here to practice a little bit about that. Okay, for those focus review and for those interventions that we're going to do, there are different tools that we can use. Panera and I, we have been using Extra Math, and I put the link here. And Panera, I would like you to show Ms. Scott how we can change the subjects on that, and instead of doing addition, subtraction, we're doing it from the lowest and going up. And the GT students, I have one that is already in division, you have one that is already in multiplication, so they will just go immediately.
So I was looking around in there today, and did y'all start them off on just addition? I went ahead and went, I actually went because I wanted to see where mine were. So I did go to the 3rd grade where I did addition, subtraction, and multiplication, just so I could see where they were.
Okay,
I played around with it a little bit.
Let me sign in on Clever so the presentation can show it to me. But Paner helped me out, but we decided to keep it the way it is right now.
Okay.
That way the students, because we're giving them 5 to 10 minutes as a warm-up every day. whenever we don't have any other warm up which will be necessary. Let me see if now it comes up. Yes, it does. Okay, so Pamela, can you explain a little bit about what you find out about extra math?
I mean, if you want to assign it to particular students, you just need to go to change the program.
Okay.
It was there after.
Yeah, change program.
management,
Okay.
And then we can, like, for instance, we have higher students, so we can just click on that particular student and then assign division or which program we want to give them. We're going to start with division for them or the highest one.
Okay.
Okay, so you can
Oh, I like
choose.
how it drops down for y'all
Yeah,
too.
especially-
Because I thought it was just on ours.
Mhm.
So they can go back, we can do that spiral.
Yeah, especially if we have low students who are still on their third level for their skills, so we can give them third grade or second grade depending on their needs. So I think that was so helpful. So and then there's also a custom program there. There, can you please click no, select program again, and then at the bottom the
Okay.
second one, custom program. There you go. And then there you can choose specific on those four operations. And then beginning, yeah, expanded, and how many seconds do you want them to answer it? And then change.
I like that.
There you
Yes.
go. Yeah, it was good.
Yes.
Okay, so that's for math. And we have something also for RLA. So I don't know if you use this one, but the master in this one is Miss Salmons. So Miss Salmons, can you explain a little bit about
Yeah, it's
this?
you can assign it on, like you can go up there, I think it's over here, where you can create a class.
Have you used it before, Pisa?
Yes, but I only got materials, not really assigning as a
Yeah,
class.
you can assign it as a class where it can be online. I'd have to kind of remember back where it is. And then you can look for it by, well, over here, the question types, like you can give them a full question or you can give them like an article a day. There we go, thank you. And then you can look for grade level or by standards also, I think. And it'll give you like many options where you can assign certain students certain passages, or you can assign it to the whole class, so.
And also they have embedded the highlighting and the underlining. So this is a good practice as well for the benchmark and for the starters. Okay, so if you need more help on this, this is your expert. Miss Scott, if you need more help, this is your expert. I'm just a liaison for you guys. Okay, so we have resources, there are games, there are things that we can do, not just the boring paper and just answering. I know that you incorporate the four corners when we're discussing an assessment, the A, the B, the C, and the D, and they just move to that corner. They discuss the question, why did I choose this answer? And if there's a group that is divided in just two answers, I ask them to debate why you think we got the right answer and not you, and they then decide, and you see the students moving towards the right answer instead of staying in the incorrect one that they chose previously. So we need to try to make this as fun as possible and as interactive as possible for all of them. Preparation is key. Prepare and become familiar with the test format and testing tools before testing day by assessing the tutorials and practice tests online. So I'm just going to give you a brief introduction of this, and I have some materials here. So this is what I used in my previous school, Dogen. We did a calendar, and we decided if we want to do one tick per day, or one tick every 2 days, or one tick every 3 days, depending on how big is that tick. If it is those, like for example, we have one that is huge and we need to divide it into different parts because the student don't get it all in one day. So we can decide and we can create a calendar. This is a math lesson, but I think it is a very good one, and maybe we can incorporate it into reading if we find this good passage that we can incorporate several ticks at the same time. So that's an example of what we can do and what we can use to organize this week, upcoming next week when we come back from spring, and then those 5 weeks after we take the data from the benchmark. So, when we get a Chromebook, when the students get the Chromebook, they turn on the Chromebook, they do not log in, and they click on the waffle on the apps. And at the bottom corner, they select Start Online, and it will come up a screen like this. And we will click Tutorials. When I went to the PD last week, Ms. Fumo told me that we can do the interim assessment, and then Dr. Curtin can help us using the data. But Ms. Chapa told me that that was not an option that this campus chose. Yes, it is an administrative decision that was taken back in November. So other campuses are using it, but this campus is not using it. Yes, that was my face, Ms. Scott. I thought that we were coming. No.
What was the reason?
Because it was a decision of campus in November. Dr. Curtin decided, or people from the ones that are using this data tool, they decided that they will close it March 31st. And we decided to use it April 22nd. So it's not going to be available for us. And also, the test administrator or coordinator need to set up all the online materials, all the online in order to use it. And because they just decided that that was not going to be for this campus, we don't have the option. But I have plan B, you know.
I was gonna say, what is plan B?
Yeah, you know how I am. You know how I am. Okay, so we're going to do the tutorials to practice.
Okay.
After benchmark, so the students get used to how it is done. But we're going to use the practice test on April 22nd, 23rd, 24th. And what I'm going to do is, this is the same start release questions and start release test. So I'm going to create a Scantron in Edugens with the answer choices, so the students will take the test online, but they need to record their answer in the Scantron. That way we will have the data available immediately, because the tutorial or the practice test doesn't give us or the student the results, but it gives them the exercise and the answer. So they just write it on the Scantron, and we will have the data. Okay? So breathe in, breathe out. So,
I'm sorry, because I'm like,
yes, believe me, it took me a while to talk to Ms. Chapa and convince her that we need this data and we need this practice for the students, because it's not going to be the same.
we need it.
It's not going to be the
I
same.
mean, just from what I've been faced with Edugens alone,
Yes.
I could not see not doing this.
Mm-hmm. It is necessary.
It is absolutely
It is necessary. So, okay, so we got this. So we just need to agree that we're going to do it that same week, April 22nd, 23rd, and 24th, that you want to do writing, that we want to do science, reading and math, and we're good.
23rd and 24th.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That 24th is going to be writing and science. 22nd, math or reading? You want to do reading first? To give it a try, a difference?
I would like to give it
Yes,
a try because
yes.
it's always math first.
Yes, always math is the first, so let's give it a try. Let's
Let's
give it a try to do reading first.
So reading on the
There's
22nd,
gonna be
Yes, ma'am.
difference.
Reading on the 22nd.
math the 23rd.
Math the 23rd, reading and science the 24th.
Writing.
I'm sorry, writing.
Okay. I
Thank
got
you,
it.
Lisa.
Putting them in the notes.
Mhm.
But the science one is not available, or is it?
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay, yeah,
It is.
I've heard writing, but I.
And writing too.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so these are the tools, these are the icons that our students will see. I don't know if you find necessary for us to print it like on a poster board. Let me know if you need that. Let me know if you think that will be like useful for the students, and I can do that. But remember, step number one will be do the tutorial. The tutorial is just one exercise. It's something like this. Various tools available on the online test help you succeed. Make sure you use the tools to help you, like you will use test-taking strategies and not as distractors or toys. If we don't do this practice, the student, the day of the start test, they're gonna be just hanging
Can
around.
we get like Ms. Chopper them to make us see these posters?
Yes,
IRC.
Yes, I can, bless you, I can ask Ms. Gray to do that, that's why.
I just know my students need it.
Okay,
That's,
perfect,
like getting themselves ready for it.
perfect, perfect. So, do you need the posters
And
as
Mr.
well?
Potter, I'm gonna say for Mr.
Perfect.
Potter too.
What about us, Ms. Samos?
And probably just the icons, because then like for
Mhm.
graph paper, you can put that little icon where you keep your graph paper. That's
Okay,
not what I'm
so
thinking.
can you take a note, Ms.
Mhm.
Scott, that
Okay.
we will ask Ms. Gray? So we need 6 posters. 6 posters. Okay, students are responsible for becoming familiar with these tools via STAR Online and tutorials. And we got approved the sheet protector and
Okay.
the markers for everybody. But the only thing that the AP, Ms. Brooks, the testing coordinator, told me, we cannot force the students to use it, like always. You just offer it to them if they want to use it, but that depends on us, that this 5 weeks, we have them practice using it. So I already have the sheet protectors. As soon as I have the markers, I will give them all to you. I'll distribute them. Okay, so these are our icons, and we all agree that we need those posters up in our classroom so they can get used to them. And when we get them to use the tutorials first before that practice test, first step for the students is to learn about the online testing environment, how they need to behave, how they are going to use that Chromebook, show students how to navigate through the test, respond to the different question types, and access the available tools. There are short videos to illustrate how to use the various features and tools, and tutorials are available for various courses and levels of support. And the thing of the levels of support, not everybody received the same ones or the same tools. For example, when we log in into tutorials, when you open the STAR Online testing platform, you will see a menu exactly like this. And this will be the real test. This is the one that we're not taking. This is the one we're doing in April. And this is the one we need to do whenever you want prior to that test on April. So the
Okay, so
students
repeat
get
that again.
comfortable. But I'm going to show you how this looks like. Okay, so these are the tutorial options. When they open it, they need to select the language, obviously. They will choose their grade, they will choose the subject, and the support. There are 3 types of support. This is the one that says all supports, and that will be based on the IEP of the student, if it is 504, if it is special ed. So we need to be mindful of that. Then the student will open it up, and this is the screen that they will see. And this is how they will see all the supports displayed. Okay? So taps at the bottom of the screen act like a table of content. The first page explains the online feature tool and provides a short video. There is not always sound to the video, so we need to explain that to the students. And that's embedded on the tutorial. Then the second page has a question for the students to practice using the tool from the previous video. So the tutorials is just 2 screens. They will see the video and then they will practice with only 1 question. So if we have a student that still don't get it, I suggest let's do it on a Tuesday. It could be during intervention. Then we take them out again, or we can do it as a whole class. And if there's any student who don't understand, let's practice again during intervention with that specific student. Because we know that we have the technology kids that they will get it immediately. So the tutorial is for you to use it as many times so they can feel comfortable with it. Then there's the other one, which is no support at all. And we should show this to our general population, the students who will not receive any support, which they will receive the highlighting, they will receive the post-it, so they need to get used to that one too as well. And then the last one, which will be content, language, and vocabulary support, and that's for our ELT students. And, and the last one, text-to-speech, those students who has them on their IEP, like for example, our student. And that will be it. Any questions about this? No? Okay. I don't know who did this. I found it. It was
Me.
you? Oh, that was awesome. Thank you, Scott. Great job.
Hold up.
So I make copies. I make copies. You know how I am. Sharing is caring.
Yes, it is.
So no, I'm not taking
That's
the
why I left it
credit.
in there, because I was like, somebody's gonna need this.
Yeah, I will. Okay, so this is our tutorial tracker. And remember, we're a Title I school. We need everything for evidence for everything. So let's make sure that whenever we are giving tutorials or any skills, reassessing to the student, we write it down. Any questions? So I think I cover all my points. Extra math, start online, testing dates. Everybody's clear with the testing dates? Start test is May 11. The first one, May 11, and we know that it's going to be math. We should talk about student concerns. We need to, whenever they're taking these tutorials or they are taking the test online, the benchmark, let's ask them, is there anything that you're concerned about, any that worries you? How do you feel with the test? Do you need something extra to be successful? I don't know.
I'll tell you,
Paper.
my number one that they're gonna say is just for their computers for work. Like,
Okay.
it is, I mean, I'm emailing them and I know they're working on it, but it's to the point like, it's throwing everything off.
They should change your internet connection.
I'm hoping that they will eventually just come in and change it, and so I'm trying to pinpoint the time of day, but I mean, it's getting very frustrating. Like, it's frustrating my students, and they're
And I
trying
have
to
seen
maintain
some
it.
of your students as well.
Yeah, it's like all of a sudden, it's like it'll be working good, and then it'll pop off, and it goes off, and then you're trying to get them loaded back on, and then their anxiety starts to build, and then I can't get them back on track.
Have you talked to Chapa?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I've talked to Ms.
'Cause if not, I
Chapa.
will-
Cole comes over, which I told him just move your office to my classroom. That'd be perfect. I mean, they're like, as soon as it happens, email them so that he can tell them they can remote reset it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, do you know, I gotta stop teaching, so do you know how many times I'm gonna have to do that, you know? And then, you know, not even that, I've started to notice even my own computer, the teacher computer is starting to act up. So like, my biggest concern is, can we have the technology set so the students can get the adequate practice that they need to?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's my biggest concern.
Yes.
That is the biggest concern.
Yes. And I'm pretty sure that it frustrates students.
Oh, yeah.
Because once they get bumped out, they
And then they
disconnect.
shut down, and then like trying to get them started back
And
up.
disruption
It takes too much time, and I'm just hoping that they can figure out what's going on.
Okay, so are we clear that we are cleaning everything today as much as possible? No food?
Yes, I did.
And I put
And I'm coming to get it at 3:05. I'm trying to be in at 3:15. I have to leave to go pick up my daughter. No, that's okay. I can get it.
But we can leave as soon as we have our classrooms ready. We can leave. That Miss Chapa came into my room and she told me that. So I'm hoping I can go at 4 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so ready for math, reading, writing, science benchmark. Any questions on that? Any accommodations, any tools or materials that anybody needs? Highlighters.
Can you clarify again the dates?
Yes,
22 on April.
yes.
For
That's a
reading.
Tuesday.
For reading. And
Oh,
then
that's for us to do the star online.
Yeah, 22.
Yes.
April.
Mhm.
what day is that? Today or tomorrow? Tomorrow.
Thursday? No. Well, then it's 21st.
Let me see. Do we need to readjust our date?
Do you have a calendar?
Because you said Tuesday we gotta do tutorials, right?
Yes.
And then that's the 20th of April.
Let me
Okay,
check.
so we need to go to the
I might be
20th.
wrong.
I was wondering.
So the 20th, the 21st.
Yeah, 20th is
Yeah.
Tuesday, yeah.
Tutorials.
20th, it will be reading, 20,
Okay, I got that.
reading.
And then.
Then 21st, math. I probably was looking at the March calendar.
Yeah, I was thinking the
20
same thing.
and
Thank you,
22nd. Thank you,
Because
Lisa, you're
I was
awake.
trying to.
Very good,
Thank you.
very
I had to
good.
wrap it up that I have 1 week for benchmark.
We are all in this together.
And
And 5
yes,
weeks
we're all
for
in this
start.
together. And that's gonna be for
That's
the
sudden, like.
online to
That's
online
sure.
star.
Okay.
Any other questions?
So the 19th I'll do tutorial then. 19th.
Okay.
Okay.
19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th, 31st, 32nd, 33rd, 34th, 35th, 36th, 37th, 38th, 39th, 40th, 41st, 42nd, 43rd, 44th, 45th, 46th, 47th, 48th, 49th, 50th, 51st, 52nd, 53rd, 54th, 55th, 56th, 57th, 58th, 59th, 60th, 61st, 62nd, 63rd, 64th, 65th, 66th, 67th, 68th, 69th, 70th, 71st, 72nd, 73rd, 74th, 75th, 76th, 77th, 78th, 79th, 80th, 81st, 82nd, 83rd, 84 19 should be a fun review
Mhm.
with Game Kit and Kahoots.
This is
and-
for the start, the practice stuff.
Yes, that the practice start online.
And she shared like a good video, like prior for the students to take their test.
Mhm.
Remember that one?
Oh, the motivational
Yeah.
video. I only share it with you. Do you want to have that one as well? It was about Smith, right?
Mhm.
Will Smith. He has a very good motivational video. You might need it, and you might need it, and you as well, Miss Scott.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna share it with you all. Okay, as soon as I get back to my computer. Any other questions? Any other situation? No. Look at you with colors and everything.
It's easier for me. And for my students. They got colors, they got their goals.
Great. Okay. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
So today we're going to review the PLC from last week because you were absent, Zapata, and you said that Miss Scott and Miss Pisa, they are in an art. Okay, but as soon as they finish, probably they will join us. And today, Paner is absent. Yes, she has a huge migraine, so she's absent. Okay, so March 19, next week we will start with the benchmarks. Do you have a pen, Miss?
Yeah.
Okay, so our norms are be on time, be prepared, actively participate, respect each other, model, support, and engage, which are our three words for our mission and vision. And last week we were talking, Zapata, about the benchmark that are coming next week and the data that we're going to collect on those assessments. I have the plastic folders that the students
yeah.
are going to use. We are just missing the markers. But it's very important that the students practice with that because I know you have geometry, right? And we do as well. So they need that for those assessments. So I need to talk to Ms. McLean to make sure that we have those markers. Do you need anything for the reading test?
No, I think
No.
this- the
You're good?
online, the tools that they have is actually what they.
Okay, and they have plenty of it? Oh, that's okay, that's okay, no problem. Sign here, please. Okay, so the benchmark, the only problem is that it's different from STAR because
Yeah.
benchmark has less accessibility features than the STAR. But we will have the STAR preview on April, and you corrected the date last time. It's gonna be April the 20th for math, for reading. We were gonna do reading first. The 21st for math and the 22nd for science or writing, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so I have the presentation here of what we were gonna do. So we discussed and we decided to give reading an opportunity this year to do it first before math because you know that math is always the first one and then it's reading. So we're gonna do math first and then reading. Come on in, come on in. Do you finish the art or Miss Scott is there still?
She is going to come. It's just that we have SST.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so I was letting Zapata know that we were gonna do reading first, right? And math is gonna be the second day, and then the third day is gonna be writing and science. Our goal for today is to look on the STAR release questions or release test. Which one is the one that you want me to give for fourth grade, reading and writing? Which year? That does not include 2019. You know how to look it up?
Yes, probably
In your
2018.
iPad?
That's the closest one. No, I'm gonna check 2019 first.
Because it depends on the stories and how are the questions assessed. See you. It depends on the story and how the questions are assessed. So I would have said that 2018, but there are some tests that are better than others. So we have to decide which one we want for reading. You have to decide which one you want for fourth grade math. And I will decide for Paner which one, you will do it with Scott. Yes. So if you log in now, please into start release questions. If you don't know, let me show you. We go to start release test. And it is on the TEA page, web page. And we scroll down here. You ladies will go to 4th grade and we will go to 5th grade reading. You download it. Let me download all 4 and 5. Okay. Miss Amos, if you want to get closer, or right here.
I get it on my phone.
Oh, okay, perfect. So I'm opening 2018.
So 2019 is going to be when it's tested.
That's gonna be our next week benchmark, 2019. So we don't want them to assess them on the same test.
So we look at 2018.
You can look 2018, 17, 16, 15, 14, up to 13. You want me to do it with you, Miss?
Let me just check.
And do you know, Zapata, if Mr. Pereira is gonna do this with 4th grade?
With third grade?
4th.
Fourth? I don't know.
4th reading? We will have to talk with him,
Yeah,
right?
we'll have to let him know.
Okay,
I'm pretty sure he will do it.
okay. So let me take a note on that, because that's very important. And it will be like PISA. He will have to do it on Monday, on Tuesday, and then on Thursday writing. You see it,
So
PISA?
is third grade, third grade is not the windows.
No. As far as I know, no. We decided as a grade level to do it in 4th grade and 5th grade.
You're very close, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we're testing from 2017 onwards, right?
2018. You can use 2018, 17.
Because we can't use 16 because that's the past geeks, correct?
No.
No?
It doesn't matter.
Really?
I don't think so. What do you think?
In reading, they really didn't, in my opinion, change to the point where the questioning gets changed.
Mm-mm.
It's just like the structure of them and the way they worded it. But math and science might be a little bit different.
No, but math and science, they have not changed the
Well, they haven't
ticks.
changed it, right? It was
Mm-mm.
just the
It was
language,
only,
but I don't think that.
they only changed the names of the,
Group them all together.
yes.
And then like put more emphasis on reading, listening, speaking, like on the four, what is that, the four
Language
strengths,
objectives.
on the language objectives versus really, because, I mean, reading's been the same since people started reading.
Yeah, it is about
Yeah,
inferencing, summarizing,
Yeah.
vocabulary, so
yeah.
you can, honestly, you can use any. That's why I want you to look today and give me the date that you want to use, because I need to enter all of this test into Edugen. So it's gonna take me a while.
I think 2017 might look a little bit better than 2018, simply because it looks like it has a sports passage in there
Mhm.
with the picture of Barack Obama in there.
Okay,
So we might,
this one is the one that you like.
yeah, like, I mean, 2018 is still good, but this one here is that sports story.
But this is a very difficult poem.
Difficult poem, right, so it's like, you gotta balance it out, 'cause it's, so either one actually would probably be okay.
This one.
Yeah, because that one's got the sports, and then there's a picture of Barack Obama there with the.
And then I gotta pick one for writing too for.
Yeah, and I like it because we have a lot of African American
Yeah.
students. They will be
That's kind of
motivated to read.
Right, at least that one story. Now, the
Mhm.
poem I get's probably pretty tough, but maybe that one,
But that's okay.
they'll see that it's interesting.
Can we find something in ReadWorks that talks about that sport of speeding Sherry? because I know it is a sport.
Are you talking about the poem?
Yes. So we can give them that background knowledge.
Oh, yeah. Because that was the making of the baseball bat too.
The cherry berry.
Oh, no. What the other story was about making baseball bats.
Yeah, because it says, be sneaky, be cheeky, pinch from the kitchen, the reddest, the roundest there are. And I remember last year I used this poem and I gave them, the students, a video about the speeding cherry. Yay! How are you, Miss Scott?
Oh, I thought you were.
No, I am, but we're okay. I know you are on an SST.
We need to choose.
You need to sit here with Miss Zapata.
Okay, yay.
Let me give you what we're doing. We are choosing which year test we're going to use for the review, for the April 20th test.
Test, okay.
Because you can choose 17, 16, 15,
Okay.
which is the best one. So I can start entering those tests in Edgerton's.
What do you see? Like 2017 and 2015 are very similar to third grade stuff.
Okay.
And I haven't taken 14 or 15 or 13 yet.
You're looking at reading?
Yeah.
Closer to whether they're
Pretty good.
yeah,
with
they're
it.
still
What does fourth grade compare and contrast two stories?
Mhm.
Okay.
This benchmark, yes.
So try to choose one that has.
It's because 20, wait, that's writing. For 2018, I believe they tested this as evidence as a specific SEA. I remember.
Yes, probably.
I remember when this, and it's not going to be accurate if I have this test for reading.
Okay.
So I don't like.
Well, then don't choose 2018.
Yeah, so 2019 and 18 is out. I don't like 2017. So I'm looking. And I gave up. I'm looking at writing instead for the meantime.
No, but do reading, I'm sorry, first, and then we do writing.
No.
No, you want to do writing first?
Yes, because I'm thinking for reading.
Okay. So which one we chose, Miss?
I personally like the 2017 one,
Okay.
but if you want to do
No. I'm not
Either
gonna do
one's
two.
good.
We decide.
Yeah? Already?
Uh-huh.
Come
Well,
on.
we've been actually going in and looking at it a lot here lately. Just, with trying to be more on point with the exit ticket.
Yes.
And so I feel like I get more that's closer to what's expected from 2018.
Okay. So
Because with that change,
Fourth
when
grade
they did
math.
that change in those T's.
2018.
Yes, ma'am.
Fourth grade reading and writing. Can you go talk to Mr. P to see if he's willing to do it?
If he wants to change reading for
No.
math
If he
or-
wants to do the test with us online that day, those days.
For math.
For fourth
Can
grade.
you?
And can you
It's
ask
just
them
a
about
yes
this
or
on
no.
down there?
And it's gonna be, okay,
Yeah, so I
it's
can
gonna
give
be,
it to
yes. It's gonna be Tuesday.
So, Miss Perez,
Yes, ma'am.
like the whole test or only a part of the test?
The whole test.
Yeah, we have.
April
I'm like,
20th, this is for reading.
Well, the more practice they get, the better.
Yes.
And then Thursday, because this test is gonna be exactly like the STAR test in computer with all the accommodations and everything, all the features. That's why it is important to give the whole test. Thursday.
So I'm gonna ask for prayer right now, because today I tried to give my unit assessment
22
and the technology
for writing.
germ hit my room.
But it was in mine too.
Thank you.
It was horrible.
It was in mine too.
And I'm at the point, like, I'm ready, y'all can fire me. I refuse on the day of STAR to put my kids through that. You can fire me on the spot, and I will walk out of this school with 18 kids and load them in my car and drop them off at home. I'm sorry. I refuse to put them through that.
It is bad.
It was frustrating.
It is.
That was second time, right? It would kick some out and it would say their answer, but it would kick some out and delete everything.
Oh my gosh.
Has.
And they were having to go back in and read it, and their anxiety level went through.
27 has more
Mine
interesting.
Went through the roof, yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, I know what mine does whenever I get kicked out.
I'm just like,
What do you mean updated?
You get them all excited.
This is up to date,
and
like
then-
this is the
Yeah.
nearest that they had.
Okay.
I'm like, that'll be one day
But
I am
actually,
completely
they didn't
prepared to
test
just
it because they
say,
had Star last year.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, I'm not gonna make it do it.
Okay,
I'll
so
be
for
the
writing,
Number one headline. No, don't do that.
2018.
Hopefully they'll be fine.
What about the prompt? Have you used that prompt for writing the essay? Tell
Let
me
me see.
no.
What did it say? I've done
About
chores.
one type of hard work to do.
I've done chores.
No, that's okay. That's perfectly fine. Okay, so you're good. Don't use it, please. Okay, now you have to choose reading. So 2017 for reading. Yeah.
Who makes this test?
A lot of teachers, and they get paid for that.
I should pay this too.
Well, you can join them. Yeah,
I'm
there's
more
always,
super interesting.
So you know what happened to me the last year I taught fourth grade writing?
uh-huh.
I would just go through and randomly pull topics and have them write on it. Tell me why the topic I gave my kids to write their pre-paper was the exact STAR topic.
Are you serious?
I kid you not. Like, I had created it myself. And when it went in there that day, when they opened it up, and the kids, they looked at me, and I looked at them, and I was like, for y'all are fair.
Yeah,
It's
so
your
start
right.
writing, start writing. What he said,
He said he wants to start with his grade level.
with his grade level first? Okay,
Okay. And he will let me know.
okay.
And
Oh,
then
yeah,
we don't need, yeah, we don't need.
No charge.
Zapata, if they want to do it, I'm willing to enter the
You
test
know what?
for them.
That would be a good idea. We
Mhm.
all
Yes.
just test that day.
Mm-hmm. All three grade
Yeah,
levels.
that's what I was, he was like, can we sit down and
Oh,
talk about
yeah,
it?
sure.
I was like, yeah.
Okay, perfect.
I think that would be a great idea for all, just the whole upstairs kids.
Secretary, can you email Miss Wofford
I
with
sure
this?
can. I
Thank
sure
you,
can.
thank you. You're always so
Well,
willing
I'm
to
able
help.
To type. My kids were in there this morning.
Realistic.
Y'all hear over there typing, and I was just like, and they was like,
Mm.
she's doing it so fast. You're not even looking at the keyboard. I'm like, oh.
Okay, so email Miss Wofford and include Miss Jeffrey and Mr. P and let them know that from the 20th, 21st, 22nd, we're testing the practice start online, which will have exactly the same features. And it will give them then 2 weeks to prepare the students. We will have data and week time to prepare the students.
Poetry more than drama. I needed poetry.
And that.
And that
this
Miss
is
Miss
going to
Chapa
give us
already
the
approved
data.
these dates.
This is going to give us the data for the last 2 weeks.
Honestly, it will not give it to us, but because I am entering in Energens, we will get the
Get the
results.
bill.
Okay.
But this practice test will not give it to us. The students will have to fill out the Scantron.
Okay.
We will scan it and we will get it immediately, yes. Because that was the agreement we get with Chapa.
Yes.
Remember she said that we cannot do the interim.
Oh, she said that.
Yeah. Oh, you were not here last Friday, sorry. Yes, she denied the interim because Miss Brooks will have to enter everything in her program. And then that data will go to the district and it was a
A lot of.
situation, yes. But Ms. Chapa found us a plan B, which is that the students will access the online test STAR with the same features, but they will have to put the answers on the Scantron. I will enter the answers in Energens and we will get the data for us to analyze and make the tutorials.
2015 looks good. Got non-fiction, realistic
2015
fiction, and
for
poetry.
reading.
Yes, that looks good.
2015.
I don't really like the 2016, well, they already tested those stuff, 2018.
Okay, so I will get with
Did you
Paner.
put writing?
Yes, you told me 2018 for writing and 2015 for reading and 2018 for math.
Let me double check 2016.
2017 for reading, and I will get with Paner to get science and math.
And you said 2015 for reading for
She's
fourth grade.
fourth grade reading 2015. Ms. Pisa checked that it has poetry, drama,
No.
Non-fiction.
Poetry, non-fiction, realistic fiction, which they test most.
Yes, realistic fiction is a,
2015 for
yes
reading?
ma'am,
Okay.
2015
And
and 2018
And
for writing.
Okay, and then for fifth grade?
2017 for reading, and we are pending with science and math.
My only issue is they're planning on putting those field questions in. That's going to be like writing questions for fifth grade.
But I
So
can,
I know that, I mean, it wouldn't be on like they're not on the benchmark and they're not going to be on a previous test. So it's like I still have to figure out, just get some resources for, because I really don't know what they're going to look like.
but this is what I'm doing, because I have experience in Puerto Rico. Pearson did the Puerto Rican test, like the STAR test here. And let me see what I did today. Let me close this. They used to ask, like, for example, summarize this story, or tell me why the interaction with character A and character B was important in the story, or which is the author's purpose, and describe it. And basically, this is what I did today with my students. I took the magazine that they gave us,
Okay.
yeah.
I used 2 articles, and then I put 2 questions, basically like the STAR test. The author wrote this selection most likely to A, encourage, describe, explain,
No,
identify.
but that's the reading, but what are they gonna do?
But
for
then
the
I
writing?
asked them to write a
Oh, right.
summary of this
So is it
article.
gonna be is it gonna be a constructive response? Is that what they're doing?
I don't know.
Okay.
But today for practice, yes, that was what they did. They did a constructive response. And I will correct it. And we can do that in Edgerton's as well. So just let me know if you want to create something after the benchmark.
Like where it's kind of mixed in there so it doesn't.
But that will be a good question for Miss Brooks.
Yeah.
If the STAR is gonna have a constructive response. Or even Miss Kile, from the English department.
Oh, uh-huh.
Oh yeah, one question about the plastics that we are gonna use for them on the computer. Because when they have been writing for a while on the plastics, it's gonna get like blurry. So we have like something for them to erase like properly,
No, just paper.
just paper.
My students have erasers, but you will have to try to get yours. Or I bought this at the dollar store. It comes 6. You can divide it in half, and this is very good for them to erase the paper.
Okay.
And you can use it for the whiteboard as well. But yes, but in my opinion, the geometry exercises, how many could be? Because it's not that they are going to use that for every single question. Or do you think that they will use it for every
Yeah.
single question? Okay. Okay.
They might.
Well,
Yes.
well then,
Not
I can
the
help you
UPS
get,
to solve the
how many
problems
students
now.
do you have? So I can help you
The
get
20.
this. Okay.
I'm gonna see what I have in the closet though. And I let you know.
But you know what that is, right?
Yes.
Like the Mr. Clean Magic Eraser, but the generic one, it brings 6 on a box and it's only $1 at the Dollar
The
Tree
Dollar
store.
Tree?
Mhm.
Okay.
And I have to ask Miss McLean if she found the markers. Okay, so anything else?
Next week.
Oh, have you used Extra Math?
Yes.
Have you used Extra Math?
Yes,
Okay, I like it.
I like it too.
Mhm.
And my kids are like, can we do it, can we do it, can I do it?
And I printed the certificate
I
for the
saw them in the
students.
printer that
Uh-huh.
you were printing.
Every time they
I
finish addition.
modify it because there was like a lot of addition and subtraction
Mhm.
at the beginning. I want them to practice multiplication and division.
Perfect.
So I changed that.
And you can change it individually as well.
Yes.
Because Eduardo and Jose already finished, so I add them more multiplication and more division. So yes, it's good. And Miss Pisa gave us the Mentoring Minds book. So have any of you tried it? Only her?
What book?
The weren't you yesterday on PLC?
Yes, are you talking about the online?
The online version of the mentoring
Yeah, I
minds.
started like
Looking around.
investigating.
But how do the students access it, Miss Pisa?
It's on their server too.
Yeah,
They
you
just
have the
log
mentoring
in?
Click
minds.
it and they're gonna be at their own
Oh, okay.
section.
Yeah,
So I
added
already
to the-
assigned them vocabulary words. They will see it. They will be able to see
I
it.
don't want to start it like, I'm just exploring, I don't want to start it this week or next week because I feel like it's just purely review.
Okay. So they have not used it yet. Okay. And you have not used it yet.
No.
I was about to do it today, but time was
They are
not.
asking me,
It's gonna be the
teacher,
best
what is that new game? And I was like, no, it's not a game,
It's gonna be
exactly.
like one thing for them.
Okay, so this is what I have. I'm sending it to them. We will be taking the practice STAR test on April the 20th through the 22nd online. This will allow students to see how the test is written as well as practice with the online features. If you agree to take this with us, it will allow you to receive data on your students that you can use to prepare instruction for the 2 weeks before STAR, in which research shows students remember the most. Ms. Chapa has approved these dates as well. We look forward to hearing your thoughts.
Yes.
Yay!
Okay. Anything else, ladies? Any other concern, questions, Miss Sammons?
No, that was.
Did everybody give Miss Brooks the pass?
Yes, yesterday.
Not yet.
I did it
I have
yesterday.
mine, so let's go and get it now. Okay. You finished, Scott, with pass?
We also have to
Yes.
turn in the,
The technology.
Yeah, the
This one.
panorama survey? No.
Oh, no, I did it yesterday.
Okay.
I was the first one. I
And
did
I
it
titled it
yesterday.
Practice STAR with us. Yay! All right, emails.
Okay. So, we're done with PLC.